Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever felt utterly weak? Like you're just not enough, or you can't carry on? We all face moments when our strength falters, when the burdens feel too heavy, or when our own limitations are painfully clear. It's in these moments that we often feel most alone or defeated. The world's view versus God's view. The world tells us to be strong, to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, to never show weakness. But what if God's perspective is radically different? What if our weakness isn't a hindrance, but an opportunity for His power to shine through? This isn't just wishful thinking, it's a profound biblical truth. Scriptural foundation. Paul's thorn. Let's turn to one of the most powerful examples, the Apostle Paul. In 2 Corinthians 12, Paul speaks of a thorn in his flesh, a persistent struggle or weakness that tormented him. He begged God 3 times to remove it. But listen to God's response in 2 Corinthians 12:9. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Paul then concludes in verse 10. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. That is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, in difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong. Understanding God's perfect power. What does it mean for God's power to be made perfect in our weakness? It means that when we are at our limits, when we have nothing left to offer, that's precisely when God steps in. Our weakness creates space for His supernatural strength, His unfailing grace, and His divine wisdom to operate without our human ego or self-reliance getting in the way. It's about recognizing that we can't do it all, and inviting Him to do what only He can. It's a call to humility, trusting that His strength is infinitely greater than our own. When we truly surrender our weaknesses to Him, His glory is revealed, not ours. Practical application. How to lean into weakness. So, how do we practically apply this truth in our lives? 1. Acknowledge your weakness. Don't hide it or pretend it doesn't exist. Be honest with yourself and with God about your struggles, your shortcomings, your fears. 2. Surrender it to God. Lay it at His feet. Pray about it, not just asking for it to be removed, but asking for His power to be perfected through it. 3. Trust His grace. Believe that His grace is sufficient for you, even in your most vulnerable moments. His strength is reliable. 4. Boast in Christ. Like Paul, learn to delight in your weaknesses, not because they are pleasant, but because they are avenues for Christ's power to rest upon you. This isn't about being masochistic, but about finding joy in God's intervention. Encouragement and call to action. Remember, your weakness is not a barrier to God's love or His plan for you. It's often the very place where He chooses to display His greatest power. Don't be discouraged by your limitations. Instead, invite God into them. Allow Him to transform your weakness into a testimony of His magnificent strength. If this message resonated with you, please hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more content that helps you grow in your walk with Christ. Until next time, remember, when you are weak, then you are strong, for Christ is King.